Hey, Chris Liepe here with Michael Jackson, Ghosts. Now, some of these sessions that I get are condensed or summed or stems, and some of them are every last thing, including stuff that didn't even make it to the final mix, like alternate vocal takes and stuff like that. This is one of those sessions. We've got click tracks and time code and vocals that I'm pretty sure, unless they're mixed really low, are not in the final mix. We have Michael Jackson like muttering before he has the lyrics down, or maybe he's just warming up or something. I'll let you decide. Super cool and enlightening. We also have, so many layers for the percussion. When you listen to that, what sounds like a loop, and it is loop stuff for the most part, going, at that beginning, and you listen to the kick drum and you listen to the snare, you don't think about it being like 6 or 7 different sample layers all put together. I certainly didn't, but it is. I'm able to do stuff like this on this channel because this is an education channel. And what I do with these videos, particularly these Michael Jackson videos, falls under fair use. I strongly suggest that right after this video, go listen to the whole regular mix of Ghosts, and you'll be able to appreciate even more some of the Easter eggs and insights that you'll find in this video. I teach people how to sing. These videos can teach you a ton about what's possible with your voice. But my free singing course helps bring a comfortable way to learn about what your voice can really do. So click that link below and join my free singing course. All right, let's get into this. So as has become the norm, I'm going to start with the instruments, and then once we've got a good feel for all those different layers, I'll move on to the vocals. This is super cool though. Time code. Ugh. Don't want to hear that for too long. Back when they used to record exclusively to tape, they used to daisy chain or sync tape recorders together so that you could get more tracks going all at the same time without having to submix. And so they'd sync these together with time code, and it's super cool to have that in the session. And then we have a click track. This sounds like a modern click track. Now check out all of these drum layers. We've got that sound. We've got this layered. Then, listen to the way the pitch is, right? It's not quite bass, but you have these. This is a pitched riff that I wouldn't have heard. Do 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 do. Ah. Then, listen to all these different snares. Okay, so I recognize that one, right? Like, that snare, for sure. But you take this. Yeah, it's missing something, but you don't know what's missing until you don't have it all, right? So I'll keep building these sounds. So not only are the sounds layered differently. Oh, it's so cool. But the parts are just a little different. Now, I've experimented with my own music doing stuff like this, like having 5 different snare samples and each part being a little bit different. It's so cool to see an arrangement like this validating, in a way, some of the things that I was like, well, it just shows you that there's no rules. And when you are thinking creatively and you're thinking about, oh yeah, I want this sample that's pitched a little bit differently than this sample. I remember, back in the day, I used to use a program called Reason, and they had this thing called Redrum. And so I'd program all these different loops and samples, and I'd have tons of snares. And you'd have this sort of snare melody going on. I love the fact that I'm seeing in one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs the same thing happening. I hope you guys get the same sorts of encouragement. So if we clear all these and then just listen here, sort of compressed sound. See, it's different enough. Really interesting. Oh, and the reverse. Oh, just that one. Yes. Each one, it's like you don't just have one sample and EQ it. You layer and you create this depth with all of the different sounds. So fascinating. There's more. Just that? Nuts. Some claps. Okay, putting them back together. There's your riff. There's your percussion riff. All together now. Maybe not quite all together. Yeah. Wow. I love that I can pan them any way I want to also. What's this? Oh yeah, more claps. That's cool. Almost sounds like breathing in there, right? Let's listen to that just by itself. Oh, wow. Not breathing, but... Oh. I wonder what... Yeah, just lots of... I love building it like this, track by track, too. It's cool. Especially for the reverse. Wow. Neat. Now that's not complete, right? That this low frequency oscillator, I think is what they call it, or ring modulator. That's cool to hear. Oh, see, all these are individually done parts. That's what's so interesting. So cool. That's the prominent one. Now, if you listen here, it's so multifaceted. You have that sort of broken up sound, that really shrill, and then you have this lower sound there. Almost sounds like a bass line. So interesting. But, combining that with not the time code, but it gives me shivers. Let's go later on in the song as I build it up this time. It's just so fun to hear all of the different individual parts. In a normal sort of stems setup, it would have just all been like squashed into one thing, right? Like, oh, there's all the percussion. But it's like 20 some tracks of just, multiple snare layers, the reverse snare, the more electronic sounds, the more organic sounds. Oh. Yeah, we know those. Oh, some more percussion. Neat. That's so sick. That's cool sounding. I love that. Love it. Another click. Interesting. Another different sense. Interesting. Are those the same? No, there's some definite... They separated them out into the lower string section and the higher string section. Interesting. Huh, so there's the sum of the percussion that I was talking about. So they have the sum as well as all of the individual parts. I prefer the individual parts. Sick. Incidental percussion, that's pretty cool. Now we get to dive into the vocals. And as I said, it seems like there are different parts that never made it to the final mix. I just have to let you listen. It's so interesting. So we've got this to start with. Interesting. And if you listen really carefully, we can hear like conversation going on in the background. I don't know what that's about. It's cool to hear, though. I mean, this is like a time capsule back to the session. Okay. I mean, so cool just to hear these sorts of little incidentals. Okay. And then if you listen to this right here. And it goes up in the jar, and it goes up in the bed. I look down upon the sink, and I look down upon the stairs, and it's floating in the walls, and the comb in the sea, and I fall upon the sea, and I fall upon the sea. Don't understand it. Hey, they don't understand it. This is how it's done. Those are not fully formed lyrics. I don't think. Maybe he was just warming up or something, but you hear stories like this all over the place where you've got a song that's not really there, which comes first, the lyrics or the melody or the lyrics or the song or whatever. And it's so cool to hear this. And then he goes into it later, but he had certain parts that he knew he wanted to hit, and then he was just filling in with mumbling. Amazing. From the very, very best of all time, mumbling because the lyrics aren't quite fully formed. That's powerful for our own creativity. Moving on with Michael's mumbling. I'm so glad we get to hear this stuff.
I don't understand it.
Amazing.
Hey, don't understand it.
You know what I also think is there's a lot of bleed here. I feel like, and a lot of times when you're laying down scratch tracks and stuff like that, you are doing it without headphones on, and you've got the speakers pointed at you out of phase, so you're not getting too much bleed into the microphone. I wonder if that's what they did here, because you can hear an awful lot of the sounds.
On a dollar day, on a dollar day, on a dollar day, on a dollar day, on a dollar day.
So cool.
On a dollar day, I don't understand it.
Can you hear him lean into the mic right there? That's pretty neat.
On a dollar day, I don't understand it. Hey,
Lean away.
don't understand it.
Oh, didn't give it there. Huh. Ooh, talking. I like talking.
I didn't go higher.
I think go higher, I think is what he said. Yeah, he's just like working things out. Wow. We got to hear that. I wonder what's the rest of this. Is there any material? Ooh, there is. When we boost it up, there is stuff there. What's Wow. This is like the special features on the DVD or the stuff that was resurrected that nobody knew we had. Now, these two tracks are the same, even though this green one has a bit more amplitude. And by the same, I mean, I think they're the same. Well, I'm almost positive they're the same performance, but the waveforms still look different. So if I solo them together,
Hey, don't understand it.
there's not
Ow!
there's not that doubling thing that happens, right? But clearly the waveforms look different enough.
Heck there. Just who gave you the right to sing my fair?
I think that he was double mic'd, and that's not uncommon, and was not uncommon for that to be happening here, or for that to be happening in a Michael Jackson session, period. It's neat that we have both mics. They do sound a little bit different, but when you put these together, this is why I don't think when you put these together, you don't have that like doubling looseness that happens. It's the same performance, but they sound a little different. So you have the mic here and then you have the mic here or whatever, and they react a little bit differently to his dynamics. So as we listen to this performance, I'm just going to choose one of them. I might bounce back and forth a little bit for different sound, but let's start with this one. The yellow.
There's a ghost out in the hall. There's a ghoul up under the bed. There's something in the walls. There's blood up on the stairs. And it's floating through the room. And it's nothing I can see.
And this track, I've mentioned this on some other Michael Jackson videos that I've done. His vibrato is much more of a tremolo. See, as opposed to see. The pitch going up and down versus the amplitude going up and down. See, really exaggerated, but that would be a tremolo. See, as opposed to see. Now, I can't really pull off that tremolo type vibrato. I sound weird, and it feels weird. It feels very unnatural, but it was very natural for Michael.
Because now it's haunting me. I don't understand it.
Ooh, just leaning into the grip.
Hey, I don't understand it.
Yeah. Listen to that wonderful squeak out of Understand It.
Stand it.
Where he sighs. He has a very gritty, wonderful chest voice note and then releases into that sigh. Things to try with our voice in our own comfortable range, in our own areas that we are proud of in our voice. Can we sigh out of notes? Good questions to ask.
Ow!
Yeah. I love hearing stuff like that. Mic's on. Hear that hum back there?
Thumping in the door.
Let's go there.
There's a creak behind the door.
Different mic.
There's a rocking in the chair. But there's no one sitting there. But nobody has been found. Round. And the dun dun dun.
Ah!
And the dun dun dun. Don't understand.
I stand corrected. Some mumbling. There. So this must be the comp.
Round. And the dun dun dun. And the dun dun dun. Don't understand it.
Do we have the vocals for the actual take? That's really interesting.
Round.
Do we have a gap?
Has been found. Round. And the dun dun dun. And the dun dun dun. Don't understand it.
Weird. This session doesn't have that final comp where we have those. That's kind of cool and kind of disappointing.
And the dun dun dun. Don't understand it. Hey. Don't understand it.
We have an extremely rare that includes hum in one of the mics, incomplete version of Michael's ghost performance. Very interesting and surprising.
Heck there.
Yeah.
I ain't just who gave you the right to shake my family? And who gave you the right to scare my baby? She needs me. And who gave you the right to shake my family tree? You
That's how imprecise the pitch is. It's so
you
neat.
the right to shake my family tree. You put a knife in my back, but it never been me. Tell me, are you the ghost of jealousy?
Let's see here.
You the right to shake my family tree. You put a knife in my back.
Same performance. Love the tapping or the foot. Let's bring in some of these here.
And who gave you the right to break my family? And who gave you the right to hurt my baby? She needs me. And who gave you the right to shake my family tree?
Ooh, that's super cool. Turn those down a little bit here.
To hurt my baby, she needs me.
What about these?
To hurt my family. And who gave you the right to hurt my baby? She needs me. And who gave you the right to hurt my family? Put a knife in my back, shot it never been me. Tell me, are you the ghost of jealousy?
Are these present somewhere in the actual final mix?
And who gave you the right to shoot my baby? She needs me. And who gave you the right
So
to
interesting.
shoot family? And who gave you the right to hurt my baby? And who gave you the right to... She needs me. And who gave you the right to shoot
Yeah.
my tree?
Neat. So much to explore.
And who gave you the right to break my family? And who gave you the right to shoot my baby? She needs me. And who gave you the right
so
to
loose.
shake my family tree? And who gave you the right to hurt my baby?
So what it looks like is we might have like some sums and then some isolated tracks.
The right to hurt my family. And who gave you the right to hurt my baby? She needs me. And who gave you the right to shake my...
Yeah, it's fun to hear this, but I have trouble with the fact that some of this stuff that I can't square with the mix that I know. I'm hearing things that I don't think are in the final mix, and I'm not hearing other things like this. Like those little da-da-ba-da-da-da-da-ba. I don't see those anywhere in the session that I have. So someone needs to clean up their sessions.
To hurt my baby, she needs me. And who gave you the right to shake my family tree? You put a knife in my back, shot it never been me. Tell me, are you the ghost of jealousy?
Interesting to hear those doubled with that particular soloed arrangement I have there. Huh. Ah.
taste of jealousy.
Super interesting. Unlike some of the Michael Jackson sessions that I've opened up, I didn't go through and really censor, or like I kind of wanted to be surprised on this one, because when I got the files, it was like 50 some tracks. I was like, okay, this time I want to just sort of go exploring and have you experience the exploring at the same time. And I'm actually really glad I did that, because this is incomplete. But it also has things that I've never heard before. So that's super fun. I mean, if you want to listen to the full song, just go listen to the full song, which I'm going to do right now. Be sure to check out the playlist of lots of other Michael Jackson multi-track session breakdowns that I've done. And again, if you want to take your voice to another level and really explore what it can do, click that link below and join my free course. We'll see you for more.